could be us. So back to what I was saying. Could be us.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video here on Wallpaper Art. Sorry if I sound a bit quiet or maybe a little off. I'm a little bit tired, but we're going ahead and doing this video. So, as you all know, I make skins and I do some art commissions. I'll even pop a couple of examples right here in front of the screen for you. Just note, please do not screenshot these art images. Do not attempt to sell these. These are not for sale. And if you are caught, well, I can take action against you, as these are all made by me. So please don't steal, don't sell. Please just be smart, people. Be smart. But this video is to touch up on a couple of things, right? So what we are going to do is we are going to go ahead and make a 1280 by 720 pixel sheet. This is a thumbnail size for YouTube or for a laptop computer screen. So what we're going to do is understand the basics, right? This is layer 1, as noted right here. This is your base layer. You can draw on it, you can do whatever you want to it. Now, say I didn't want to press E and just erase all of this, which by the way, this is not the right eraser, hold on. We could then, instead, on your keypad, press the delete option and it will get rid of everything. I mean, like every single little thing, right? Now, what I do for layer 1 is I choose a base color, and let me show you something which will kind of help me, I don't know, describe this a little better. So this is my galaxy or sky / Nova Sky wallpaper theme. As you can tell, there is a variety of color, right? There's too many colors. There's so many blends and just paint. There's a lot of it. But what we are going to do, if we want to get something like this, is we have to choose a base color. The base color will start on the first layer and the first layer only. Now, right away, do you see the little bucket icon right there? This, with a single click, will paint the entire page. Left Control Z to undo that. If you didn't want to do, press B and enlarge the size of your brush, you could then just click G and it would fill the entire page. Now, do I want to mimic this picture? No, I don't. In fact, I would rather just this be a random color, like just color splash. So as you can see now, there are 2 layers. This icon right here will help you add a layer, right? And at this point, we can use whatever brush. Now, I have more brushes than I started out with last time, and you can easily get new brushes by coming right here where it says Add Brush and go to the brush store. Now, while it says store, these brushes are completely free. You can just, with a click on the button, you can just get a new brush, which I find to be extremely awesome about Fire Alpaca. No charge, nothing. You can get these for free. And there's a whole variety of them. Like, there's a heck ton. Some of these I have, some of these I do not, because I don't consider them necessary or good to my cause. So we have snowflakes right here. Now, as you can see, these did not get colored in. How do we fix that? Well, let's undo what we did. Again, left Control Z. And within the options, you have Apply Foreground Color. This will change the color of the snowflakes to whatever you have selected up here on your color board or color wheel, whatever you use. Alright, so now that we have snowflakes there, let's add another layer, because we don't want, well, I personally don't want these to be on the same layer. Or at least what I'm about to do next, I don't want it to be on the same layer. Let's see, let's do another color. More snowflakes, smaller ones, another color. Now, depending on how much you use Fire Alpaca, you tend to understand that certain colors will give you different results, right? And here's what I mean. Over here at blending, you have a whole drop-down list of blends, and I found out a shortcut. Instead of having to go to each one and individually click, you take your mouse, right? And you know the little middle finger scroll down? Yeah. All you have to do is just hover over it and scroll down. That's literally all you have to do, and it's genius. It is very genius. So, understand that sometimes if you want changes to be done to the background, but not the snowflakes or whatever you have right here on these layers, you tend to pull down or come in between these layers, right? That way there's only visible change seemingly to the background, when in all reality there's no change. It's just foreground. Okay. We can do the same thing to the snowflakes if we wanted, like if we wanted a visible change with them. And mind you, certain colors give you different results. Like, one of these will literally invert the color, or make the color opposite. So, you know how the opposite of red is green and vice versa? Or I think it's blue. It's one of those. It's one of those. I may be wrong, and so thus I will put an inverted color wheel right up on here later to show you the opposite colors of another color. That's what I'm trying to say. One of these blends does that. And so you get various results. See? What I'm doing right now, I'm showing you. Okay. So these are all the same ones again. And we're just gonna go by and do different things. This one I'm not planning to what am I trying to say here? This one's going to be a free wallpaper thing. It's not going to be a commission or anything else. This is something I'm doing completely on random and by, you know, my feel of choice. And if you want to see more wallpaper things like this, you know, just hit me up. If you want to see me do more wallpaper like this one, or for example, what's another one? This one. I can most definitely do these. Now, will I make these public? Yes, I can, but these are only Discord accessible. And if you have any ideas as to what kind of wallpaper things you want me to try out, just leave that in the comments below. So, this one seemingly is a winter theme, even though this one's just a random one. I'm not even trying, and this is something I'm doing anyway. Let me check. Is applied? Nope, it was not on. We're going to have fun with these. We're going to have just random fun. You can do a combination of seashells and snowflakes. Now, here's something we are seeing. The overlap, the major overlap. And what I'm going to do, go to eraser, and you by default have different kinds of erasers. This one that I'm using is called soft, and what it was doing is it helps make some of this kind of transparent if you wanted it to be. Now I have the effectiveness way too high, so I need to lower that down, because I still want some of this to be visible but not overpowering. It takes a few tries because the brushes can be a little strong, I guess I can put. Let's see. But you can tell it's slowly but surely erasing the snowflakes. Let's see. Because I want the shells to be a little more pronounced than they are being pronounced. Okay. And what we can do to bring out these seashells a little more is we can go to airbrush, and if we get rid of these, we can then come back in color, and there you can see the seashells a little more. With that, the snowflakes have been kind of taken away a little bit, so you can see the seashells again a little more clearer. And we can also blend this. If we wanted, we can make it match or not. Now, what I tend to do with my commission pieces is I always add a kind of shaded border, and then come here to the blending and go to multiply. This gives it a kind of picture frame-ish feel. And sometimes what I also do is I make a bold horizontal or vertical line and go to the add blend. And the add blend will always be underneath the multiply blend. So kind of gives it a little bit of a shine. And if I wanted, I can do light erasing right in here. And there we go. See, this already looks pretty enough in my mind. This looks very pretty. Now if I wanted to still keep having fun, which is something that this painting, or not painting, wallpaper piece is for, I just keep trying different colors. Like that, see? It brings out different hues, different shades. This is something I like doing, especially on like my free time, is doing different color pieces. So, at the end of the day, we have something that gives us a kind of blue and purple, when in all reality, we really have a combination of purple, red, green, blue, and another blue, and some gray. This is why I love the burns. Now, here's something I will always do. I will always do this. I have different color initials, and this is how I mark my pieces. Left Control T, by the way, to change the size of something. Now my initials are not... There we go. They weren't showing up enough. And I like to do some blend work on the letters too. Because I like to, again, mess around and see what fits. Now that actually looks good, but it's not... not showing up enough. So we will do a blend. And there we go. Now, how you get all these layers, like all 13 layers to merge, you always start with the second one. Because if you don't, this is what can happen. The blends will merge together, and you do not want that. You don't want them to merge like that. It will mess up your art piece. So you always start with the second one. It does not matter if it says layer 10, layer 24, you always start with the second one. And you go repeatedly. And this will keep your entire piece intact. See? Okay. Now, by the way, if you want to redo something, let me go like this. Instead of left Control Z, you do left Control Y. Left Control Y will redo anything you've undone. Alright, we're going to save this as a JPEG. And I always have a specific place for any of my art pieces, like depending on what art piece it is. And this one is wallpaper number 8. I've done a lot of these. Okay, let's go ahead and get rid of you. Now, here's the thing. We can automatically just press delete, and boom, this entire piece is now gone. If we want to do another piece. And I'm actually thinking of doing another piece anyway. So, I will go ahead and continue this. And I apologize if I go way too fast at points. I am a typical fast working person. So if you're not sure with what I'm doing, you can always put in the comments, hey, what did you do at this point or this point? You know, just ask me. Ask me and I will try to answer to my best ability. But for now, we are doing an art piece that I thought about for a while. And I will be doing different colors with this one. The sad thing about the hydrangea brush is you can't exactly color these in. That is really sad. It's a missed opportunity, if anything. But, oh well. see. I suppose we'll stick with the normal. And as for the double, let's make these a nice green. Because hydrangea leaves are green. Interestingly enough, the other night, or yesterday specifically, I was with some friends on Discord and they were wondering how fast-paced I was when it came to doing my art. Typically, I am not that fast when it comes to concentrated pieces, you know, because you tend to want to focus on what you're doing. Me, I was having too much fun, you know, just doing stuff on random. And especially when, you know, this kind of art piece is not mandatory or required in a roleplay. So it's kind of like, I can go pretty fast. So yeah, there's that. Alright. Now, if you already get what I'm doing here, then good job, because this is actually a little obvious, especially when these are hydrangeas and you got all these fir tree leaves and whatnot. What we can also do, where's that other brush? Did I pass it? I'm very certain I did. Not you, not you. Here it is, Spider Lily. And we're going to do the apply for color. Whoa, what the? Okay. Let's add some color jitter. There we go. Maybe some hue jitter. Okay, now that looks a lot better already. See, sometimes it takes some tinkering and messing around to get some results. Now, I don't want these particular flowers to be so overbearing of other layers. This is the bad thing about the hydrangeas brushes, is because of the fact that these are not solid. Yeah. There's too much exposure. Oh boy. But again, it takes a little tinkering, it takes some time to understand how a brush is going to function depending on its programming or the person who made the brush. Let's see, we can do glitter. I like the glitter effect. The only bad thing about glitter is it can be laggy when applying the brush. And glitter just has a way of giving off a kind of particle effect, really. Now, what we can do, because I've been trying to go for a kind of sunshiny look, we come back down to airbrush, and what we can do is do random rays, then go for the add effect. It's a little overpowering in some spots, so we're going to go like this to kind of help even out the color. There we go. And as I said before, I like to go for the border effect. Let's see if we can't make this slightly darker. And what we will do, we'll add a horizontal line. Whoa, what the? Okay, or not. Or not. Maybe. I don't know. Let's take that off. That actually looks okay. Again, takes a couple of tries and experiments. Okay. Yeah, actually I think that's fine. That's perfect and fine. The only thing that I really want to do, right here, is bring out the hydrangeas. Okay, maybe not like that. Okay, actually this works. This right here works. Because you can see them a bit clearer, and it helps with the blur right here with the lilies. And again, we are going to merge these. Now, again, initials, and we will go for my standard initials. I make my initials with the the paint.net program, because it has a better font use than Fire Alpaca does. But I designed the color scheme in Fire Alpaca, so there's that. And again, we're just going for some trying blends. I'll do a green, I think, and manipulate it. Again, it takes a few tries. That is not gonna work at all. Come on. Okay, that works. I want the initials to be seen. JPEG. And I always dub mine free wallpaper. And as you can see, this would be my 9th one. So, hopefully you folks do understand this a little bit better. Again, try out the brushes. Now, here at the top, animation, I cannot explain this extremely well. All I can say is you can animate in Fire Alpaca. This is something you'd have to try by yourself. Now, as a tip, you have keybinds right here, in case you didn't catch anything that I said about like left control E, left control Z, B, or G. Yeah, all that is there. You also have these keybinds right here, and these ones right here. So this was a kind of, not really a tutorial, so to speak. I know I've done tutorials in the past, but if you guys would like me to do more free wallpaper themes, and of course, what am I trying to think here? Brain go burr. Well, let's put it like this. If you want more free wallpaper themes, you can always leave that in the comments. Now, if you want a free wallpaper commission, I do not do commissions for stuff like this, so there is currently no way for me to charge people for this kind of thing. I would encourage everyone to try out Fire Alpaca for themselves. Again, it's a free program. It works for Windows 10, it works for Mac. I'm not sure if it works for iPad, but this is a very, very good program, and I think it's even better than Medibang. I think this one's better than Medibang. It's definitely better than Paint.net. And I'll quickly show you with what I mean about the text. There we go. It has all these different fonts which have visual demonstrations. Fire Alpaca does not have demonstrations right here, as you can see. It has different listed fonts, and I think it has more fonts, but it does not have a visual. And let's see. So you can get all these different kinds of fonts here. See? Paint.net I just mainly use for that. I don't use it for anything else. No, don't save. For now though, I will see you guys another time. For now, Bonnie Boo Bella signing out. Bye!